Hey guys, so it's the December holidays. I just finished my university finals exams and I did pretty good. Really happy with how this year turned out in terms of my fitness and studies, and I want to share that with you guys. So now I'm taking a break and I'm gonna go on a yacht trip tomorrow. I've got really exciting Christmas and countdown plans, and right before that, I'm gonna show you this 1.6 km run I did a couple of weeks back. Hope you enjoy. We're starting off this video with some cinematic shots, get your B-roll in, get your protein powder in. Wow, so refreshing. Look at that face. Right, so I'm just getting my pre-workout in before I go for the run. It's a super hot day. Okay, hi guys, today we're at Kallang practice track and we're going to be running a virtual race. So my name is Shaun, this is Aaron, he's a national triathlete and he runs a 7 minutes 2.4. So he's going to whoop my ass today.
Wow, you run down so much. I actually ran a 7:59.
Yeah, never mind lah. My fastest was 8:17, but right now we're probably going to be running 5 minute 30 mile pace. So we're going to be doing a 4 km virtual run and we're going to be recording this down. So if you want to see more of this, remember to like, share and subscribe, and let's get to it.
Okay, so alright, we're gonna do a fast 1.6 and then we're gonna jog the rest of the 2.4. Make it 4K today. Let's go. Okay, ready?
Alright, we're starting off this run and my videographer was holding a gimbal and skating on his boosted skateboard, and he also had another shot where he did with a drone, so it was crazy just getting the shots. It was my first time and you can see me adjusting my bag there. Stupid mistake, rookie mistake, carrying my bag. But I put my phone inside because I wanted to, listen to music as I was running, and I'm so used to listening to music when I'm running. I don't know if you guys actually listen to music when you run, but it's something that helps me pace myself. Luckily today I had a pacer, but normally if I have a music that lasts 5 minutes, I estimate that to be my run time for a mile, then I listen to that same song track as I'm running. Today Aaron was my pacer. He's a really good runner. He runs under 8 minutes. My fastest was 8:17 only for 2.4 km. So 1.5 mile for you guys who use the freedom metrics or whatever, American. Yeah, but this run we tried to pace ourselves about, I think we tried to do 120 per lap, and that adds up to 5 minutes and 30 seconds for 1.6 km. So he tried to pace me throughout the race, but I think at the end I really couldn't keep up. So I think he did a 5:17 and I did 5:38 in the end in the drone footage which showed the time. So it was our first time flying with a drone, and it was crazy because normally we don't know the laws in Singapore, but apparently if it's near a air base you're not allowed to fly. But luckily this place we didn't fly that high and they allowed us to do it. So in the future I want to do more running videos. The next video I did an army fitness test with subscribers. It's going to come out maybe end of this year or start of next year. I've been working on getting more videos out. My videographer is helping me a lot with that, but as you know, I'm still a student and I have my own limitations. So if you want to support me, do remember to leave a like on this video, subscribe, and I'll try to give back as much as I can in terms of instructional and informative content.
Dude, that was very tiring. We're gonna do a slow 2.4 now just to cool off. But I'm pretty happy with my time now, considering I just recovered from dengue, okay? And I'm 80 kg plus.
I need to get home. I'm gonna die.
He said he do 80% of his capacity only. I was 100% already.
For our run, the 2.4 km run, which is the cool down part of this run, and I know a lot of people think that all I do is lift weights, but before that I was a runner, and running has always been my bread and butter because I love fitness in general, but running gives you that emotional catharsis when you run, and it also gives you endorphins which you produce, so I will always love running, and it's something I'll always do no matter how much I lift. Let me know if you have any other questions about running in the comment section below, but Aaron and I also developed a few running programs which are out on my website. Do check them out in this link, and we also covered stuff like lactic threshold, VO2 max, how to do long runs, short runs, and easy or hard runs.
Oh, what was the time?
Okay, we just finished a 4 km run. We did the first 1.6 pretty fast. He did at, what's your time?
4:31.
4:31, your head.
Okay, 5:31.
We always minus one. And I'm 80 kg, so okay, I think it's pretty okay. It was a decent run today. I felt like puking for the last 2 minutes, so quite tragic. How's yours? He said he was doing a
yeah,
80% capacity.
it's pretty chill.
Pretty chill. Alright, so if you wanna see our 2.4 km run next week, remember like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
See ya!
Okay, so I'm gonna answer some questions that y'all have been asking me on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. So the first question is from Kirk Bondad. So this is my friend from my modeling in the past, and his question is, choose strong but no six-pack or weak with six-pack. I think personally I would choose strong with no six-pack because like I'm not about the aesthetic life, man. I'm about like functionality. So I think that's about it. And like, why would I want that? I feel like it's no point having a six-pack if you're skinny. Like, you know, skinny and six-pack don't count to me. But if you're like, in general, this won't happen because if you are strong, you would have a six-pack if you're lean enough. So I guess that's the answer to this question. Okay, so the next question is from Grace. We're going to answer Instagram questions first. And this question is about some tips for improving running techniques to make running effortless. So something I always mention is about gait and cadence. So you want to have a good cadence, which is to have good rhythm. So whenever you're running, try to run towards a beat and like to make sure that it's all in sequence. And also knowing your gait is very important. So because some people overpronate or supinate when they land on their feet. And you also need to know whether you're on a mid-foot strike or a toe strike or heel strike. So normally for middle distance runner, you want to land on the mid-foot and then kick off with your toes. So in general, to make running effortless, you kind of want to breathe. Breathing is the most important, and remember to pace yourself. So I think good runners know each lap and each split what their interval times are. So I think that's how I would say to make running effortless. And try to, I know it's common sense, but try to breathe in as much as you can each bound you take. You know, like just to try to get more air intake so that you can have more, your VO2 capacity is also pushed to the limit. Yeah. Alright, the next question is, oh shit, this fucking fly. What the fuck? I'm gonna slap this fly. Wait. Question, how do you lose weight and get lean fast? Okay, to lose weight, you just need to be in a caloric deficit. But you don't want to go into the caloric deficit such that you're in a catabolic state, which is your body losing both muscle and fats. So in order to retain muscle, you kind of want to make sure that you have your protein intake still. And for most cases, you want 2.2 grams of protein per your body weight. So let's say I am 70-80 kg, I would want about 160 or 170 grams of protein. But because if you're cutting on a caloric deficit, you want to overcompensate and have more protein. So I would say to lose weight, you do cardio, HIIT, to make sure that you're burning more calories and also cutting your calories down. It sounds tough, but there are a few ways to make it more, not enjoyable, but more manageable. It's also like eating a lot of veggies helps you fill your stomach because it makes it feel like you have more volume. And also eating slow acting carbs gives you energy throughout the day because the low GI allows your blood sugar to be stabilized and to give you energy throughout the day. So drink more water to fill your stomach, eat more vegetables, and also eat slow carbs, you know, so low GI food. So that's to answer the question of how to lose weight and get lean fast. Also do HIIT and weights lah. Alright, so that comes to the end for the Instagram questions. Now I'm going to move on to TikTok questions. Okay. Running tip for heavier guys. For running tips for heavier guys, I think I answered this question before, but in general, if you're a heavier guy, you either lose weight, which is obviously not easy, but to avoid stress on your knees, right, I would say that know how to land your feet. Like what I mentioned before about your gait, make sure that you are landing softly. When I used to run as a heavier guy, I used to stomp my feet a lot, but I think that the lighter you run, the less energy you expend and the more they can conserve to be more efficient in your running, you know. And also, as a heavier guy, you always feel you're out of breath, right? So it's more important to like the breathing and rhythm and to try to take in as much air as you can to make sure that you are pushing forward. And really just running faster is about bounding, you know, stretching your legs as far. You just want to really make sure that you have a very good cadence, you know, like a rhythm when you're running. So that's what I would say for heavier guys. How do I train for IPPT? This question by Gerald. In general for IPPT, if you're talking about runs, I do a few different types of training. I do maybe 3 sessions, easy run, a light run, and maybe a VO2 max training session as well as a lactic threshold training session. So each of these different running days actually train different parts of my running. So one is to train for my speed, one is to train for my endurance, one is to train for my lactic threshold, one is to train for my VO2 capacity. In general, you need to know all these and to structure a good running program before you can get a good timing for your 2.4. As for push-ups and sit-ups, the only way to get better at them is just to do them. I generally don't do a lot of push-ups for training. I normally just do a lot of bench press, which I think that it converts very well to push-up strength. As for sit-ups, I do weighted sit-ups to make it harder, and it helps me go much faster, so I can actually get my 60 or 70 sit-ups in a minute. Alright, this question is, why do I choose squat over leg press? In general, I feel like leg press takes out a lot of stabilizer muscles, because when you're squatting, you engage your core a lot and you activate a lot more accessory muscles and side muscles. But if you're just doing leg press, right, a lot of people don't do full range of motion, which is why I don't agree with it, because when you're leaning down there, a lot of people don't even go past parallel and they just use a knee-jerk technique to get the weight up. So in general, leg press, you really want to... The only time I do leg press is when I isolate one leg. I do unilateral leg presses. But I think it's okay to just do squats, honestly. Like, just do light squats and condition yourself to the movement. So I would rather you do lighter squats than do a heavy leg press. Alright, so that comes to the end of the DM questions, and I hope this is informative to you guys. I'll be giving you more running tips and IPP tips after this run. If you want to ask more questions, do leave it in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe so that I can continue doing this, and we're gonna continue doing more of these running competitions. Next week, we're gonna be doing an army fitness test where I'll be giving away money for each push-up and sit-up you do, as well as a Huawei watch fit, so stay tuned for that.
So what are we gonna do?
We are going to run 2.4 as well as doing our maximum push-up and sit-ups, and the winner of this is going to walk away with, wow,
A Huawei watch fit, and every push-up and sit-up you do, you're gonna get $1. So we'll see who is the fittest among like our subscribers and friends. So let's see.
Who's giving $1? You, right?
Me lah. I'm gonna shoot my sponsor.